Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I feel like this episode had to be recorded, and it's all about momentum and my take on momentum and helping you guys stop being so silly about momentum. So last week, it was almost every single day. Someone dropped the word momentum with me in conversations, and it was kind of like, I just really want to build momentum, or I feel like I need this momentum, or like once I create momentum, then this what I want will happen. And every time I stopped them and I said the same things. And so I feel like it would be wrong for me to not give you this episode, given how many times I had to talk about momentum last week. What we're going to talk about today is a little bit of my take on momentum. And hopefully by listening to this episode, you will be able to build momentum for yourself and not have those sentiments of, once I build momentum, then I can have what I want, or I really want momentum and craving it. We're just going to create it. So that's going to be good. And the perfect thing for you is that today, oh gosh, no. Well, when this episode is dropping today and tomorrow, I have this secret offer where I'm not dropping details yet. And because I haven't dropped details, it's $17. And so if you're like, I'm a Makenzie stan and I just love what she does and I really want to build confidence. And if you're like, I really, really want momentum, this is the perfect offer for you. And again, I'm not telling you what it is yet, but if you buy it before I tell you what it is, it's $17 for you. And this is something that my clients have used multiple times since they've had it. They love it. They have landed their highest paying jobs. They have created new income streams, had their biggest launches, their best launches to date. They have given themselves permission to book the massage, get Botox. They have started travel funds to go to Australia, which is lifelong dreams. They've just done crazy things from this $17 offer. And again, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you it's worth way more than $17. And when I give details, let me say this too. Once I drop details on the 14th, it'll be $77 and it's worth way more than that too. So my best recommendation is, if you want momentum, if you're someone who loves the growth you've had, but crave this like audacious action and constant momentum, or you're tired of downplaying your desires and delaying your dreams and letting fear take over, or just honestly overthinking things and getting in your head, and you've spent too long complicating full-time confidence and want to know how to change things quickly. Also, if you're someone who's like, part of me just knows I can succeed big, create the new income streams, turn heads, take the trips to Tokyo, get the tattoo, own who you are, and you're really craving the confidence to just do those things, $17 offer is for you. And I'll put it in the show notes, so don't worry. I'll put the link in the show notes so you can just go there and get it. You have to get it before August 10th, and then the price goes up, but it's still worth your $77. All right, let's dive in. If you are craving momentum, think you'll succeed once you have momentum, things will change once you have momentum, whatever, that you got a problem. you got a problem and we're going to fix it. It's a really easy fix. What usually happens is that when we are craving momentum, we're often feeling like we don't have any. And whether that feels like you're stuck, you can't do it, not enough, scarcity, whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe just a little like bleh. That might be what you're feeling. Then that's going to stay hard to create momentum. And the reason why is that a lot of us think momentum is a result of the actions. But if we're feeling like bleh, right, or meh, whatever you want to call it, at best, then it's really hard to start taking the actions to build the momentum and therefore the results you want. And so what I see a lot of the time is that people are almost like waiting around for momentum, or trying to like force themselves to take actions that they don't really enjoy, that they don't want to take anyway. And so the momentum never really comes because you're waiting around for the actions to create it for you when you actually create momentum. I want you to start thinking as momentum, not as a result of you taking action, but instead think of momentum as a feeling. I think of momentum as a feeling. It's just a feeling to me. That's all it is. The definition that I gave my clients the other day is momentum is just a decision to feel a certain way about what you're creating or think a certain way about what you're doing. When I know that I would like momentum or to continue taking action, What I don't do is just focus on the action. What I really focus on is how I think about the action or how I feel about the action that I'm taking. I just make a decision to feel good about the action I'm taking. And that is that feeling of momentum that I am choosing to produce creates the quote unquote like momentum and results that we're typically thinking of. So for example, let's take person A. Person A goes to the gym 3 days in a row and then misses the fourth day. Okay. Person B also goes to the gym 3 days in a row and misses the fourth day. Person A can have good feelings and thoughts about those 3 days, even if they miss the fourth day. So they feel like they are still creating momentum. So what will happen is even if they miss a day, they'll go the next couple days. And they'll still feel good about it because they're choosing to feel good about it, to have good thoughts about it. And they'll continue to go, therefore continue building momentum. What will happen to person B is that if they have thoughts about that day that they did not go, that fourth day they didn't go, if they're hard on themselves, shame themselves, spend time being like, oh, I should have gone, I'm not disciplined enough and I didn't do it and I had time, right? They get down on themselves. That feeling will cross, it's the feeling of not having momentum, and therefore they will spend the next few days probably not going because they didn't choose to feel momentum about the actions they took. They didn't choose to have thoughts, or supportive rather, thoughts about what they did. And I'll even say I wasn't home for 2 months in June and July. And so I wasn't at the gym. I was in Europe. And then in New York, I didn't really go to the gym either. And so coming back to San Francisco, going to the gym, I told myself I only need to go 4 times a week. That's all I told myself. The days I went, I had good thoughts about it. And I didn't even do the gym very well. Two of those days, Saturday and Sunday, were under 30 minutes. Could have, because I went for under 30 minutes, like literally one of the days was like 13 minutes because my roommate was like, okay, I'm outside of the gym ready to go. So I was like, oh, that was it. So I could have had thoughts that would not have produced momentum, but I just told myself 4 times I did it. So I get to say I did it. So that'll help me do it better next time versus not doing it and making it mean something, or getting upset that I only did 13 minutes and not counting it, or saying I did bad. I didn't even have to do it well. I just know that if I want to go to the gym, I have to keep having feelings or thoughts about what I'm doing that create momentum, that are momentous, let's say. I don't even know if that's a word. If you want momentum, a huge thing that you have to do is you're so focused on the actions you have to take and then getting down on yourself or hard on yourself if you're not taking them. You just have to have good thoughts and have the feeling of momentum before you even start, and even while you're doing it, even when you mess up. And that's really how you're going to go about creating momentum, is making sure it's a feeling that you're having, not a result you're looking for. So let's take the example of kind of the sentiment of, once I create momentum, then I know I can do this. Because I've heard that a couple times, or some iteration of it. And when I hear the phrase, quote unquote, like, once I create momentum, then I know I can do this, what I'm actually hearing is, once I take action for a prolonged period of time that I think is worthy of me feeling good about myself and what I'm doing without letting myself down or slowing down, then I'll feel confident in my ability to create the result I want. And that's, if you replay that, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot to take on and a lot to have your results ride on. So that's like saying, once I go to the gym, if I put an example to this, once I go to the gym 5 days a week for a month, then I'll feel good about myself and confident that I can do this. Or once I sell confidently every day and do everything that I say I'm going to do for my business for a couple weeks, then I know I'll hit my goal. So it just makes it so that you have to take all these actions, and then you'll feel confident, and then you'll feel momentum. But if you just feel confident and feel the momentum from the beginning, that's what's going to make you take the actions to build the momentum. So what I'm really saying and how I think about it is, if momentum is a feeling, then it's cool. I went to the gym for the first day. I've got this. I'm feeling good. I can hit this. And on the days you don't go, that's more important. Instead of getting down on yourself, it's more of the mindset of, amazing, I've been having so much momentum. I've been going. I've been doing great. I've got this. It's not even a problem at all. I've already built up so much momentum. And also not letting confidence ride on the result of you taking action. Because if you just feel confident in momentum now, then you're going to take the actions because you're already feeling good. You're already feeling confident. You're not making your results or feeling like you're good enough through momentum contingent on future actions. Like you're just choosing it now. And I think it's such a minor thing, but it does make a really big difference because I think a lot of people are riding on taking action to create the results they want, which obviously, yes, you have to take action. But if I start out feeling good and maintain feeling good because I'm choosing to feel good, right? If I say again, the definition I like to say for momentum is the decision to feel a certain way or think a certain way about what you're doing and creating. So if you just keep making the decision to feel confident, to feel momentum, it's easier to actually create the consistent action that you're actually looking for. And the real difference, and again, I'm saying it's minor, it is a minor thing, but the difference is that someone who's thinking that, oh, once I create momentum, I can do this, or really craving momentum as if it's not something they can choose right now, if you expand that mentality over, I don't know, let's say a 6-month, I've seen this because I've seen it, okay? Over a 6-month period, one person may have created a couple $1,000s or made some progress towards whatever goal they have. Let's just say the gym. So I've been using this example. They may have made some progress, but if you take the mindset that I'm saying I have of momentum as a feeling, it's my decision. I can create it no matter what I've done, and I can always tap into it and choose it for myself. Over 6 months, that looks like having an entirely different health and body and lifestyle. It looks like creating $100,000+ in that time. It looks so different. Again, it's a really, really minor shift, but if you just expand that mentality over months, those two people are in such different places. And I think this has been a really big contributor to my personal success, is especially in business. I've chosen momentum even at the times where there was quote unquote no momentum. And because of that, I keep going, I keep making money, I keep expanding my business, and I don't ever really have to slow down. And of course, I have, you guys all know this, and I always caveat this, I have depression. There are times where I don't succeed quite as much, but because I can always choose momentum and I have this mentality, it makes it really easy to pick myself back up and keep going and go towards what I want. I don't get bogged down. I don't think that, oh, if I only had momentum, then things would happen. I get to tap into momentum whenever I want. Your results can be exponentially different in the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, however long, if you adopt this episode and start choosing to feel momentum, even when it doesn't feel like there is, even when it hasn't been a consistent string of results. Choose it every single day. Choose to feel like you're doing things and being proud of what you're putting in and knowing that you are actively every single day creating momentum as a feeling, and therefore that will create it in the results and actions you take. And you will be blown away by how much different your lifestyle is, your goals are, your income is, your business is, your relationships, whatever, with this change. And again, if you're wanting to build momentum, you just need to go click my show notes for the $17 secret offer that I promise you're really going to love. My clients have they have said it's worth thousands, and you get it for 17. Go click, go get in. I'll tell you more soon. If you're listening this week, I'll tell you more soon, but go get in it now, because all the momentum you're wanting to build, we're going to build it so fast. It will take less than a month for you to make the changes that you're really wanting to make. Go click away. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I would love if you would leave me 5 stars. Give me the 5. Don't let me down. I know you guys like the podcast, so it really, really helps out. And then the link to all my social media is also in the descriptions for TikTok, Instagram, and the link to buy the secret offer. So go check out what I've got, and thank you for listening.